Hey guys, welcome back. You know what? I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about what I mean by a retirement game plan. A lot of us think that because we put money into a 401k or a 403b or a 457, we actually have a retirement game plan in place. Really, what that is, you're just putting money into a product that honestly, most of us have no idea how they work. So let me kind of explain this to you. This is kind of what we show our clients when we meet up with them. At the end of the day, your money really only goes into two separate places: tax deferred or tax exempt, right? Now, deferred, I mean, you're just kind of pushing that out into the future. You're deferring your taxes into the future. So like for your 401k here, your IRA, actually all of these accounts here, they all work on a tax deferred basis. Why are these good though? Because it helps you on taxes now. Tax deferred accounts help you on taxes today. What does that mean? We're in tax season right now. So if you file taxes and at the end of the year, you're like, man, we're always having to pay. What we do here at Arrive Financial is we do a paycheck analysis. So we make sure we go off of your paycheck, figure out where your deductions are, adjust your dependents, the way your claims and whatnot. So what we do is we teach you how to maximize these accounts. That way you're paying yourself instead of paying Uncle Sam, right? So we teach you how to pay yourself. But these accounts, these plans are here to help you on taxes now. Now, over here, this is tax exempt. We all like the word tax exempt. In reality, the way I see it, that means tax never. Never. There you go. That means tax never, right? Tax exempt, tax never. Now, everything over here, you got your Roth IRA, you got your 7702 plan, your IUL, you got some municipal bonds if that's something you want. They help you on taxes later. So I'm going to put that right here. Later. Now, what do I mean by they help you on taxes later? Well, let's look into this. If you look at the historical tax rates, right? You see in the 1920s, 1940s, how high they were at, 100%, boom, boom, boom. Now, yes, I get it. You know, you got the highest and you got the lowest. But if you notice, at the end of the day, we are still considered to be historically low where we're at right now. So the question is, like I'll give you an example for myself. I'm 42 years old. When I retire in the next 25, 30 years, let's just say, do I think taxes are going to be lower? Or are they going to be higher? Well, you know what? Depending on what's going on with the United States, the economy, all this money that we're printing, I can only assume, I'm not an expert at this on the taxes, but I can only assume that by the time I get to retirement age, taxes are going to be higher. How high? I don't know. But they're probably going to be higher, right? So what that does, you take me back over here, that tax exempt status helps me in the future, so that way I know whatever money I have in these different types of accounts, I don't have to pay any taxes on. Everything I save that helps me on taxes today as a deduction, I got to pay taxes on that. Why? Because I've deferred them into the future, right? I've pushed my taxes off in the future. So when I go back over here, and just to say tax rates are somewhere up here in the 60 percentile, I got to pay that rate in the future when I go to retire. So I don't pay that today. I'm saving on taxes today because I'm deferring them. I pay that later when I'm ready to retire and I really need the money. So let me go back over here. So how does this work? Ideally, the reason why we do everything at Arrive Financial is because all of these are actually needed. We actually need all of these, right? So when you retire, if you have an IRA, that's going to be a source of a retirement income for you. If you have your 401k, that's going to be your source of a retirement income for you. Let's just say your spouse is a teacher, and he or she has a 403b. That's going to be a source of retirement for you. Or you know what? I didn't even put it in here. Let's just say you have your pension. I forgot to put pension in here. You got a pension. CalPERS, CalSTRS. That's another source of retirement. So what you ideally want is you want a bunch of different places that are going to feed your retirement, right? And then, of course, if you get Social Security, if there's anything there, you're going to get that as well. The problem is all of this is tax deferred And like I said before, at what rate? I don't know. I can only assume higher. Now, where do these come in? Because you know what you have over here is tax exempt. So when you go to retire, that Roth feeds you. If you have some bonds, that'll feed you. If you have an index universal life policy and 7702 plan, that'll feed you. This way, when you go to actual put a retirement game plan together, you get help today on your taxes today. You get help later in the future. So that way, if tax rates do increase, you have some money that's set aside that's growing tax free. At the end of the day, this is kind of what a retirement game plan looks like. You want to be able to retire with as much assets growing as possible, tax deferred, tax exempt. That way, when you go to retire, you get them all feeding your retirement, and whatever lifestyle you want to live, hopefully, this gives you the absolute best chance to retire the way you want to retire. So, if you want more information on this, if this makes some sense to you, or if you're like, man, now I have questions, great. Comment below, direct message us, do whatever it is you got to do to get in contact with us. Call our office, 661-636-6862. Ashlyn will put you on our calendar, and that way we can get these questions answered for you. But ideally, you're going to want somebody to help you out in all these different areas. This way, when you go to retire, you actually have a good chance to retire and live the kind of life you want to live, the quality of life you want to live. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, comment below, and we will make sure to get back to you. Thank you.